couple of videos. I'm in shock. I just can't believe how quickly my life turned. Man, did my life turn so fast. It's shocking, to say the least, that in just a few months, I just can't, when you can't accept something, you can't believe it. It just seems like too impossible. That's what I feel that's happening to me in my life. It's crazy? There's nothing I could do about it. It's a sick, crazy situation. Let me tell you something. It's nuts. It's absolutely insane in the membrane, Cypress Hill style. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. It's like, I can't believe. My mind is so confused by what happened to me and my family in the last couple of months. A lot of it I blocked out. It's like I blocked out a lot of stuff in my head. Like, it's weird. It's like, I know my wife was in the hospital, obviously, I blocked a lot of it out. Because sometimes I'll ask my kids, I'm like, wait a minute, how long was mom in the hospital for? And they're like a month and a half. And I'm like, a month and a half? Like, it's like my mind is blocking it out. Because I can't accept all the stuff that happened in my life in the last couple of months. Even with my mom, I'm blocking out everything that happened. Like, the day she passed away. It was just so crazy. It was so quick. It's like, I don't know, I can't process. I'm trying to process this stuff and I can't do it. I don't know what's going on. It's just crazy stuff here. But I will tell you this. I have a determination to be there for my kids. And I'm doing it every day. I'm doing it every day. What's up, Tommy? I'm doing it every day. I'm there for the kids, Tommy. Despite everything I'm going through, man. Well, Tom, as you can imagine, brother, when you say, what's up? I'm dealing with a lot, Tom. Tommy, I'm dealing with a lot of stuff here with the wife. She passed away, Tommy. My beautiful wife passed away. My mother passed away. I'm in shock, man. I am staying busy. I'm staying with the kids every day, I'm staying with the kids every day. I'm like a kid now, Tommy. I'm doing everything kids do. Listen, Tommy, my whole life took a complete change. It's not even possible in my mind. What happened to me and my family does not seem humanly possible. I can't believe what I'm dealing with. I can't believe it. I can't even process it. You want me to tell you the truth? I can't even process it. I can't. I'm trying to process it. I'm trying to like rationalize it in my head. I'm like, okay, my wife had cancer for 10 years. I'm saying this to myself. So, okay, I guess at some point, we never wanted it to happen, me and the kids, but at some point, she would have passed away. I'm trying to make sense out of it. But this is the thing. You know what makes it all confusing, Tommy? Is that even though she had cancer for 10 years, she was strong like a bull. My wife was strong like an Italian-Scottish bull, because she had Scottish in it too. Italian-Scottish bull, my wife was. And honestly, I forgot she had cancer, man. You want me to tell you the truth? She recovered all the time. Every single time that she had something to do, Tommy, a treatment, surgery, she recovered. Look, it goes back to 2016. That's when I really got concerned. Because when she got that mastectomy, I told Jennifer, the cancer was contained in her breast, man. I hope that doesn't happen to my ex's parents. Look, man, I don't wish bad on anybody, man, okay? Look, I don't wish bad for anybody, man. Hey, Tommy from the Bronx, how you doing, man? Look, Tommy, it's like, you have to understand what you're saying is a little bit of an insult, and I'll tell you why. When you say that you don't wish that this will happen to someone else, you're confirming. No, but you're confirming in a way how horrible my life is, man. You're supposed to be making me feel better. You understand? See, people do that a lot. I know they don't mean it. I get that a lot from people, I get that a lot. Look, obviously, I don't wish bad on nobody in this world. I wish everybody the best, obviously. But at the same time, don't confirm that my situation is the worst, right? No, but it's the only way to read it. Hey, what's up, Kyle? Is the Brooklyn song. Kyle loves the Brooklyn song. I wish I had the piano right now. I would do it for you. No, Tommy, no disrespect. It's just that, look, you don't want to say things like, oh, I hope that what happened to your wife doesn't happen to my ex's parents or whatever. You don't want to say that. It's an unspoken thing. Listen to me. It's unspoken. I wish everyone in your family the best of health, Tommy. I wish you the best of health. I wish your whole family the best of health. It's unspoken. But at the same time, you don't want to say, well, what happened to your wife and your mom? I hope it doesn't happen to anybody in my family. You see what I'm trying to say? I'm just saying you don't want to say that, Tommy. Don't get insulted, all right? Look, I love you. You're my brother. We've been brothers for a long time. Look, sometimes things are best just left unsaid. That's all. Listen to me. That's it. Don't get insulted. It's just some things are best left unsaid. That's all. Listen, I wish everyone in your family, here it is. Let's keep it simple. I wish everyone in your family the best of health and the best of happiness, everything, the best of success. I wish you the best of health, happiness, and success. God bless you, Tommy, and God bless your family. But just when people do this a lot to me, it's not just you, Tommy. People do this a lot. Like I told somebody the other day, a friend. I don't want to get into who they are, but it's just a friend of the family. And I was telling them what happened to my wife, and they actually said the same thing you said. They're like, you know something? I hope that doesn't happen to my sister. And I'm just, you just don't say things like that. That's all. You don't say things like that. And now you're saying it would be shocking. I'm starting to think this is not the real Tommy. Tommy, you're not talking right, man. You're not. I gotta tell you something, Tommy. Because now you're actually doubling down. You're doubling down, man. I don't. You got to be a troll. This is a troll, right? Everybody agrees, Tommy. Tommy from the Bronx. That's not the real Tommy, right? This is a troll. I think I got to get rid of this guy. Yeah, you're not the real Tommy. Tommy's touch wouldn't talk this way. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of him. You're a troll. Yeah, he's gone, Tommy from the Bronx. Sorry, I should have listened to you right from the get-go, Tommy. The best of health for everybody. Salud. Gintani. You're right, Tommy. I should have listened to you from the get-go. Yeah, it's just a bunch of haters, man. They come here to hate. Yeah, he wasn't talking right. He was talking really screwed up. And then I told him it was wrong, and then he doubled down on it. So he's a hater. Anyway, what are you gonna do? Yeah, let me know, Tommy. We'll meet for a beer, If that's okay with you, of course. You've always been great to me, Tommy. I consider you to be a brother, man. I consider you to be a brother. I really mean that. You're awesome, man. And I'm struggling, Tommy. Listen, Tommy. Look, I'm staying strong for the kids, obviously. You understand what I'm saying, okay? Look, my kids need me. I'm there for them 100%. I'm there for my kids, okay? That's the bottom line, okay? I honor my wife, and I will take care of my children, our children forever. Brooklyn Marie, how you doing? How you doing, Brooklyn Marie in the house? I will honor my wife. I will honor my mother for her grandchildren. And I will take care of them for the rest of my life. As long as I'm here, they can count on me. But the thing is, Tommy, I'm struggling, man. My whole life got destroyed, man. We're at Mickey D's right now. It's funny. The other day I was at Carmine's for Easter. I took them. It's funny. You go from Carmine's to Mickey D's, right? I'm struggling, Tommy. Tommy, I can't believe what happened in my life and my children's life. I just can't believe it's hitting me now. Like the acceptance of it, it's happening. And I'm just like, I cannot believe that my wife passed away. I cannot believe that my mother passed away. I just can't believe it. How could this possibly be? I'm blown away, man. I'm blown away. It's getting to me now a little bit, if you want to know the truth. I'm a little bit in shock. You have to, okay. Let me talk to you a little bit about my life. All right, and I'm going to try to make you understand the shock factor here. Okay, it's a big shock factor. So we'll start back with my childhood. Okay, I didn't have the greatest childhood. My parents fought a lot, you know, but the thing is that my father worked a lot. Thank God, so he wasn't home that much because he was, he did the fire department, he did real estate. Well, he was a dispatcher. He was working long hours. So I was always with my mom. I was like pretty much my mom. My mom was like my best friend. Now the thing is that throughout my whole life, whenever I needed anything, I went to my mom. My mom was there for me. Same thing, vice versa. She needed anything, I was there for her. Now I'm talking about from the ages of when I was a kid to like maybe 19. I'm saying, okay. Now after that, I met Jennifer. Okay, so me and Jen got married in 2005, and basically my mom moved in with us. Okay, so my mom lived with us for 20 years. My mom has been okay. Back and forth, she might go back to my father, even though they were divorced, but she never stayed with him that long. Maybe she would be with him for a month, 2 months. Primarily, she lived with me and Jen since we got married, since day one of our marriage, right? So I'm just trying to give you all like a visual here. I have been with my mom and Jennifer my whole entire life. Like, in other words, since I'm a bambino, since I'm a little baby, a kid, I'm with my mom my whole life. My father's working, We, like I said, when they're not fighting, right? He's working. I had a tough childhood, but I was always there to protect my mom. I was always there. I always had a back. I always had a side. And that resulted. I protected my mother so much that I told my wife. I had a heart to heart with her. I said, look. I told my beautiful wife was so kind. I said, would you mind if my mom lived with us, Jen? I said, listen. She was so accommodating and she welcomed my mom. My wife was beautiful. Yeah, of course. Okay, they had their little spats here and there, just like anybody else, right? My mom got to the point where after her heart surgery in 2018, she had a triple bypass. She kind of didn't want to do anything, but I'm talking about for years after that. She used to always go to my wife and be like, she drove my wife crazy, Jen, get me a drink, get me coffee. Jen, get me this, get me my aspirins, get me that, get me this. She never wanted to get up, my mother, which I told my mother she had to get up. I said, Ma, you got to walk around. Okay, you get a like a blood clot this way. She didn't want to move after that operation, man. And I tried everything, man. I brought her to rehab 4 or 5 times. I did everything. I got her an apartment with her cousin. I thought maybe that was gonna give her a zest of life, but then she didn't get along with the cousin. They had like fights. It was crazy, man. I have no idea what this guy's saying. So anyway, long story short, I've been with my mom and my wife forever. It's really hard, Tommy. I've been with my mom and my wife forever. That's how it feels like my whole life. And do you understand now that I don't have none of them, Tommy? Tommy, they're gone, man. My wife passed away. My mom passed away. And all there is quietness in my house. Now, granted, I got the kids. But it's different, Look, the kids need me. They're fully dependent on me. And I try to talk to them, but they're kids. You can't talk to, it's hard to talk to kids about adult things, the things you're feeling. They don't get it. They want to have fun. They want to be kids, rightfully so. They want to be kids. It's tough to talk to them, So it's like I feel this urge inside of me, that I want to talk to my mom so bad. I feel this urge inside of me that I want to talk to my wife so bad. And I can't. And it's the worst feeling in the world. It's enough to make somebody honestly go to Bellevue, but I can't do that. See, I don't have the luxury to lose my mind because my kids need me. That's the thing. I don't have the luxury. I honestly don't have the luxury to grieve that much because my kids need me every single day. See, this guy one time said to me, I'll tell you a story. This guy, Dave, he's a little out of his mind, this guy, but he's one of the people that followed me, on the internet, during the whole AMC thing, right? So long story short, Dave had a similar thing happen to him that happened to me. But in his case, he lost his wife to cancer. She only had cancer, I think, 7 years or something. My wife had it 10, but he lost his mom about a year later. His mom passed away. My mom passed away 2 weeks later. So, but we have that in common. Now, this is the thing. The guy Dave, when his mom passed away, his wife passed away. I think his dog even passed away. He had a dog. His dog passed away. He was telling me he was completely alone. So he keeps telling me, Rich, you got your kids. That's a good thing. It is a good thing. And oh, thank God I got my kids. Thank God I got my kids. But see, people don't understand that they're kids. Like look. If anything, what it does is it keeps me on my toes. I'll tell you all the pros, okay? It keeps me on my toes that I have to be there for them. But the thing is that I don't really feel sometimes I have time to grieve. Like, this is what people don't see. He had the time to grieve. You know why? He was by himself. And in a way, there is a pro to that, because look, you want to just freaking go off to Mexico. Like think about it. He had no attachments. He can do whatever he wants to do. I can't do that. My kids got school. I got to stay locally in the area. I always got to be there for them. So sometimes it's like, I don't have the time to really process anything that's happening. And don't get me wrong, I love my kids. I'm not saying I love these kids. These kids are my whole life. I love them. But I'm always there for them. And it's like, sometimes I'm like, man, who's going to be there for me? I need somebody there for me. It's like, I don't have a big support system. It's the truth. That's a whole nother story. Thank you, Shima. Thank you. Look, there is a financial problem I'm dealing with. What are you gonna do? It is what it is. It's just the way that the cards, I was dealt a certain deck of cards. My wife had cancer. I can't grieve. My wife had cancer, man, and she couldn't work. And she needed me to be there for her, Tommy. She needed me to be there for the kids. I'm not asking you for it, Tommy. You're always there for me. Don't worry about it. But I'm just saying, for other people, I do have this thing I do. It's called the thank you song service. Anybody does a Cash App. Could someone type out my Cash App for me? I'll just I'm gonna pin it. It's the $ Richard Lavoie. It's the $ capital RICHARD capital LEVOI. Once again, it's a $ Richard Lavoie. I'm just going to pin the comment. It's the, thank you there, Tom. Let me spin that. So let me explain to you. This is no handouts. I'm actually doing a service. If you guys would like to have a shout out, and if you guys would like to have somebody like me, who I think I'm a pretty good piano player, okay? Dedicate a song to you. I call it the thank you song. It's not every day you do something good from your heart and you get a song played for you, you know what I mean? That kind of makes your good deed become a mortal. So, and I'm also using it to celebrate the life of my wife and my mom. So that's it. Anybody who wants to do something, it's completely up to them. I just lost a lot, man. I lost a little too much here. I lost a lot. And I'm trying to regroup. What could you do, I lost a lot. I lost my wife. I lost my mom. Then I was her caretaker. I lost that income. My mom's income, that was the whole household income. We lost it. It's like $7,000 a month, gone. It's everything. It's I feel like I got hit by a friggin' tornado here. So I don't know what to do, man. I'm just trying to regroup. I'm trying to get everything in order, and I will. But, obviously I reach out to people that are my close supporters who love me. And I ask them, hey, an entertainment tip to Apefather, preferably once a month. I'll give you an example. My goal would be to get a whole bunch of people once a month to do something small, and that would be ideal, because that would make this channel very successful, and that would give me the time that I need to, obviously grieve, to really, get over everything and to be strong for my kids, because this way I could dedicate all my time to YouTube. That's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to dedicate. I really want this channel to become successful. And with your support and with your help, it can be successful. It can be successful. That's why I ask people to consider maybe once a month, something small, nothing crazy, nothing that's going to break the bank. And think of it like, the Apefather, fan club or something. It's like, if you love the content, if you love me and I love you, help me become successful on YouTube. If you help me become successful, you're accomplishing a lot of things. You're helping me be there for the kids. You're helping me give them a good life. You're helping us regroup from the hardest 2 losses of our lives. The loss of my wife, the loss of my mom. You're helping us make it. in essence, you know, and that allows me the luxury to focus on YouTube and to really, really make this channel grow and become successful. So I consider people, you know, just to consider that an option. Like I said, Tommy, I pinned the comment. It's the $. This is my Cash App. $ Richard Lavoie, the $ capital RICHARD, capital LEVOI. No space, no underscore in between my first and my last name. Salud Jindani. Well, with that said, moving on. Tommy, I know you've been through a lot too. I know with your father. I know you've been through a lot. My heart goes out to you too, man. My heart goes out to everybody. What's up there, Jesse? We'll see if this is a real person. We'll find out soon. It's tough. To lose a loved one is tough. I get it. I'm not going to sit here and make, you know, I'm not going to compare my situation to anyone's situation, but I will tell you this. What I'm going through seems like the hardest thing in the world. I mean, I don't know. Thank you. I've never, ever thought I could ever deal with anything this hard that what I'm dealing with. You want to know the truth? I'm not living the life I even want to live. This is not what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't want to be a single dad. I never wanted to be a single dad. I wanted my Jennifer. We were a partnership. Me and Jen, we shared, you know, taking care of the kids. We were life's partners, you know. And this is not what I wanted. I mean, I understand life's not fair, right? That's what you're going to tell me, right? I get it, but, you know, then my mom, it was like my beautiful mom. We were a family. We were a family, you know. She was wonderful. I don't know why these things happen. If someone would have told me in 2024 that the start of the year 2025 was gonna bring all of this to me, I don't know what I would have did. I don't know what I would have did.
Can I unlock the car very quick?
What?
Can I unlock the car?
Why?
Because I want to charge my phone.
My car, there's no charger.
I have a charger in there.
Yeah, but the iPhone, do you have an Android?
I have a C charger already in there.
All right, here.
I need to take the case with me.
Just open it, just bring it back. So anyway, what I was saying is this. I had no idea that 2025 was gonna do this. I had no idea. I actually was looking forward to the new year. I was looking forward to it. I was telling my wife, I was telling my mom, I was like, you know, this is gonna be a good year, you know? I think like Frank Sinatra. When I was 17, it was a very good year, right? Who would have ever known what 2025 was gonna bring? Look, I always had a good life. Up until now, up until the age of 47. 2025, my life was great. I can't complain. I had everything I needed in my life. I had my wife, I had my mom, I had a beautiful house, beautiful kids, beautiful dogs. Okay, yeah, we went through some tough times in the stock market with AMC. Didn't make the right decision with that. Who cares? Money is made back. You lose money, you make it back, okay? That's why I don't put too much emphasis on money anymore. You know, we all need money to survive, obviously. But I don't put too much emphasis on it because I'm a fixer. I know how to fix things. When there's a problem, I fix it. You know, I can't fix this one. Your wife passes away, your mother passes away, you can't fix it. Nothing you can do to fix it. And this is the one you want to fix the most. This is the problem you want to fix the most. And I can't fix it. There's absolutely nothing I could do. Unless, you know, maybe Elon Musk, he invents a time machine or something. There's nothing I could do here. I don't know. The key is just processing it. Can I have another Diet Coke with ice? Yeah, with ice. You know, this is the thing you want to fix the most. And you can't. All right, let's get rid of this guy here. Look, everybody, this crazy guy, Dustin, everybody handles things differently in this world, okay? I'm an open book. I don't like keeping. Look, there are people who are very quiet. You know, I met a lot of people when they have problems. They want to just be quiet. They don't want to talk to nobody. That's not me. I need to talk to people. Matter of fact, I need to talk to a lot of people. I need to talk to a lot of people because if I don't, I'm gonna just like freak out. I can't just stay quiet. That's not me. That's not my personality. You know, people people don't get it. People don't understand. I need to talk with people. I need support, man, because this is too hard for me. I can't. I'm not that type of personality. What do you want me to tell you? I'm not a type of a personality that's gonna stay quiet. Keep this to myself. It is very hard, but this is more than grief, Rachel. I got hit with a lot of things here. Okay, first, my wife passed away. My mom passed away 2 weeks later. Well, I lost. Hold on here. There's no positive. There's nothing positive about my wife passing away. All right, it's crazy, this guy. Psycho people, man. All right, let's get rid of this person here. A lot of haters tonight. As I was saying, Rachel, I'm dealing with grief, but I'm dealing with a lot of other things. I'm dealing with the loss of our income on top of grief because I was my wife's caretaker, in between my wife and my mom that lived with us for 20 years when they passed away. Unfortunately, that income, that household income passed away. That's how I was making my money. I was my wife's, caretaker. My mom. It was the deck of cards that we were dealt. My wife had cancer. She couldn't work anymore. I had to be full time with the kids. I had to be full time taking care of her. And once she passed away, it was like that was it. That income went bye-bye. My mom's income went bye-bye. So the entire household income is gone. Then on top of that, that's right, forget about the haters. God bless you too. On top of that, I learned I didn't have really a big support system. I always thought I had this big, huge support system. I'm not really doing better, Steve. Rachel Park, I'm sorry for your loss from the very strong women in your life. They were very strong. But I'm not sure how you're saying that in a way that I don't know how you're saying it. Are you being serious? Is that sarcasm? I don't know what you're saying. I'm strong too, because when I'm dealing with right now, honestly, my wife would be shocked. If my wife was here right now, she would be like, my God, Richard, with all the things you have to deal with. My wife would be in complete shock with what I have to deal with right now. She would be in complete shock of all the stuff I'm dealing with. Are there haters today? Yeah, there's always haters. They're very strong women, but no, they're very strong, but it was just the way you said it. Like, let me put it this way. If my wife was here right now and she saw everything I had to deal with right now, I think my wife would be in complete shock. She would not believe it. She's like, my God, so I passed away, Richard. Your mother passed away. Then you lost the household income. And then no one is really supporting you. You don't have a support system. She would say, I'm pretty strong, I think, right? Under the circumstances, I think I'm pretty strong. Look, where I'm not strong? I'm going to tell you where I'm not strong. All right, let's get rid of this person here. It's terrible they got to use my mother's picture, these people. Crazy, crazy lunatics. Jason, I'm trying, man. Where I'm not strong is this. Okay, look. I need my wife. And I'll tell you, mostly, it's because of the wonderful person that she was, the wonderful love that she gave me, the support, the love, the emotion. Let's get rid of this guy. Listen, let me sum this up. I worked before my wife got cancer. Are you ready? I worked in sales, okay, for 20 years. And I was always there to support my beautiful wife. And I was a great provider, okay? It's just that people don't understand the deck of cards that we were dealt. When my wife couldn't work anymore and she got cancer, she needed me there 24/7. That was it. So I had to make a choice, you know. Plus, she needed her insurance because the cost of everything, the surgeries, the treatment were insane. So it just made the most sense for me to be her caretaker. It was logical because I got to be there all the time for her. I got to take care of her. It didn't affect her insurance. It made the most sense. Okay. So, and I did take care of my wife. I treated her like a princess, like a queen. And that's it. It made sense. I don't care. Listen, and if you're not in my shoes and you're not dealing with all this stuff, then you don't have the right to judge me. Okay, people like to judge people in this world. Everybody wants to judge you, but you're not in my shoes. You didn't understand the deck of cards I was dealt. I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice. That it was as simple as this. My wife needed someone to take care of her. My wife could not lose her insurance, so that was it. So it was either A or B. I worked and she would lose her insurance, and plus I'm working, no one's going to take care of her. Or I take care of her, I'm her caretaker, she keeps her insurance, and I'm there all the time for her, and I'm making money, and we provided a beautiful life for our kids. Made the most sense. I'm not here to be, people want to judge me, I don't care. Until you're in my shoes, until you understand what I had to go through in my life, then you get the right to judge. You get the right to judge at that point. Well, no, you had a tough situation there, Jason. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. He said, different situation than you, but my ex-wife, she decided she didn't want to be a wife or a mom anymore. It's very sad. Left you alone with two toddlers to raise with no support. No, hey, that's tough. That's a tough situation, man. Jason, God bless you, man. Let's just get rid of this person here. All right, whatever. Look, Moon Monster typically defends me, so I don't know really what you're referring to. I don't know if you're a hater or not, but normally Moon Monster defends me from haters, so that's why I'm not really sure what you're talking about. All right, this guy's crazy. Look, I'm done with haters. I told all of you. I'm not dealing with haters no more. I am done. I am done. I have too much going on in my life to deal with haters. I can't deal with you guys no more. Or ladies. Look, I've had it. Okay? I'm not dealing with haters anymore. That's it. I'm not dealing with haters anymore. Come here. They're horrible. They're horrible, these people. I'm not doing it. I got too much going on, all right? How am I supporting the family? Well, my kids are going to get Social Security that they're entitled to from my wife, but that takes time to set in. They get that until they're 18. I'm working on that. I may be entitled. I don't know yet. I'm working on if I'm entitled to unemployment. I don't know yet. I don't know yet. Because I was my wife's caretaker, I'm looking into that. But really what the ideal situation is besides that stuff, I really want to make it on YouTube. I want to make it on YouTube. I want to become a successful YouTuber. Okay? Yeah, but I want to become a successful YouTuber. That's the real goal. If you're asking me, look, short term or you're asking me long term. Long term, I want to be a successful YouTuber. All right, well, Moon Monster is not here right now, okay? So can we not talk about Moon Monster? He's not here right now. I can play Bohemian Rhapsody on the piano, but I don't do covers because everything with covers, it's not, it's gonna make my live stream not monetized. I might do a quick little short of it. I do that. I do quick little shorts. I know, Jason. Look, it's just tough times right now, man. Look, long term, I want to be a successful YouTuber. That's the long term goal. That's what I really want. And if enough people would support me, like, see, what I'm trying to do is get people like this. Look, if you love the Apefather's content, why not consider doing a small cash app once a month? Again, nothing. Listen to me. Let me be crystal clear to all of you. Nothing that's gonna break the bank. $10, $15, $20. That's it. You do that once a month. And let me tell you something. Besides the fact that I'm going to give you a big shout out on a short video that I call it the thank you song and the thank you video, where I'm actually going to play the piano for you, celebrating your good deeds, celebrating, my beautiful wife's life and my mother's life. But you're helping the Apefather make this my career. In a way, you're helping my family, you're helping my children, and you're helping someone who lost his wife, his mom, in 2 weeks. You're helping children who lost their mom and their grandma in 2 weeks. And we're talking about like something small. If anyone is interested in that, all right, look, man, I've explained this to you 100 times, and you're continuing to talk about Moon Monster. One more time, and I gotta kick you out of here, man. Yeah, let me just get rid of this person here. You're not for me. So anyway, thank you, Steve. But like I said, at the end of the day, I know you love my content, but it's so important that I get support right now. And if you really love my content, please considering supporting me. I mean, again, we're not talking about something that's going to break. We're not talking about something that's going to break the bank here. You guys did like a $10, $15, $20 cash app. You know what I mean? Nothing big. You understand? You're going to keep the Apefather on YouTube. You're going to help me and my channel become very successful. And you're going to help my family. I mean, you have a good heart, right? Aren't there people with good hearts out there? We lost a lot here. And, bottom line is this, is that you could help us. You could help us. If anyone is interested, the Cash App is below. It's Mean Street MMA. You'll see it. It's pinned, the comment. And it's the $ Richard Lavoy. $capital RICHARD, capital LEVOI. You like my new glasses here? How you doing? Not too shabby, huh? So, anyway. Let's get rid of these people. Not repeating it, sorry. Hey, Gia. I'm in a McDonald's right now. There's no piano here. So that's the goal here, is to get people to really get the Apefather established on YouTube, and I need it more than ever. I mean, listen, what can I tell you all? I got hit hard. My family got hit hard. We got hit hard. And you know what would make this world a wonderful place? If everybody out there had a heart, man. It's like, I wouldn't wish this on anybody, what we're dealing with. Listen, going back in the past, I didn't ask anybody for anything. My life was great 2 months ago. I had my wife, I had my mom, I had a set income. Everything was great. Okay, and I was always there for people when people needed me. Forget about it. I was giving thousands out to my 8 brothers, They were telling me, Rich, I haven't eaten in 2 or 3 days. Here's $250. Rich, my car broke down. Here's $300. Rich, my house burned down. Here's $400, $500. I kept giving money to everybody because I feel differently. I feel that when you're in a good position in your life and other people aren't, you should want to help. All right, let's get rid of this guy. We're at McDonald's, Gia. Yeah, covers can't be monetized on the live streams. If you do shorts, they can be monetized. The shorts. Thank you. Look, all I want, we're with William, we're with Sophia, Mike. Right now, William and Mike is outside.
Is that it?
So that's the situation. What are you gonna do? I just can't believe that we're all dealing with this stuff right now. You know, it's crazy. This is a crazy, crazy life. It turned out to be a crazy, crazy life. I never thought I was gonna live a life like this. I can't believe it's real. You know, I wish I could have a second chance. Like, I wish I could go back in time, you know? I wish I could have got my wife treatment, more treatment. I mean, you got her a ton of treatment, but I wish I could have did anything for her, you know? Got her treatments, like sooner. We're done with haters. Lorraine, I don't want to talk about roulette, okay? But to answer your question, yeah, sure, I play the zeros once in a while. I haven't gambled in a long time. I don't even remember the last time I gambled. Can't be gambling right now. Gia, ignore these haters, Gia. I told you, a lot of them are just, crazy people. What are you going to do? You got to just ignore them. What could I do? I got to be strong for my kids. That's it. That's the priority right now. I got to make sure that every day they're happy. That's it. And that's what my goal is. Every day I focus on what could I do to make Michael and Sophia happy, Gia. That's what I do. I take them all over the place. William's like one of the family with us, William's like one of the fam. He's always with us. We love Will. And of course, I'd love to hang out one day with you if, your mom gives the go-ahead, your dad gives the go-ahead. We could all hang out sometime. But with that said, I'm just trying to be there for the kids, make them happy, and obviously be a good dad. Be the best dad I could be under these hard circumstances that I'm dealing with. And they are hard. It's just crazy. I tell everybody you got to cherish your family. Trust me. Every day of your life, hug your mother. Tell her how much you love her. If you're married, hug your wife. Tell her how much you love her. Your husband, if you're a lady. Just tell your family how much you love them. Because this world is crazy. This is a crazy world that we're living in. This is a crazy world. I've lost too much in my life. My father passed away in November 2020. My mom passed away this year. My wife passed away this year. That pretty much sums up my whole family. Except for my kids, of course. My kids, thank God. But I'm talking about the adult figures. Sometimes I feel like, I don't know, I know I'm 47, but I kind of feel like I'm an orphan. I feel like I got no parents. I don't have a wife. I feel like I have to start my life over. That's what I have to do. I have to start my life over after 27 years of my life of knowing my Jennifer, and I love her. And the thing is, you know what the crazy thing about this whole thing is? People ask me, Apefather, do you see yourself eventually meeting someone? I don't want to meet any. I love Jennifer. I love my wife. I want Jennifer. I didn't want anyone else. She's the one I want. She's the mother of my children. She's the love of my life. How did this all happen? I don't know. I know she had cancer for 10 years, but she was fighting it. And Gia, like, if you would ask, or anyone here at the live stream, if you would ask my kids, my wife was doing great. She was doing great. You would never think in a million years you would see her. She looked up like $1,000,000. You would never think anything. Like just this last December, she was great. She looked great. She looked great. January, she was singing "Happy Birthday" to my daughter on her birthday, on January 7th. And Sophia turned 11, and this all happened relatively quick. A few days after that, she got the aspiration pneumonia. It's just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I look at people. I'll make you all laugh. I'll tell you in a second. I look at people and like people get so upset, over like nonsense. It's funny. People don't realize that there are serious things that could happen in life, man. They don't realize it. Hold on a second. So many people get upset over nonsense. Like some guy, I think he was like screaming over a Happy Meal being too expensive at McDonald's. Like, give me a break, man. That's what he's screaming about. The guy's like, I can't believe the price is here. I can't believe how expensive a freaking Happy Meal is. Like, I'm thinking to myself, man, I wish that was all I was worried about. I wish all I was worried about is the cost of a Happy Meal. I lost my wife. I lost my mom. Yeah, guy, look, I understand that you're probably a hater, most likely. You're probably a hater, man. Because people who keep coming on these live streams and they immediately run to AMC, typically are haters. I don't want to talk. Look, my wife passed away. Listen, did you read the subject of the live stream? My wife passed away. My mom passed away. I'm very, very down right now, and I'm trying to stay strong. I'm trying to be a strong dad for my kids. You understand? My head's not on the stock market. My head's not on AMC. No, I understand, but it's like guys, like, I'm not trying to be mean or anything like that, but it's just like, do you read the subject of the live? I guess you don't. I guess people just come right on. I don't know. Did you get like a notification? You just jump on. You gotta read the subjects, man, of the live streams. I'm not trying to be mean, man. It's just last thing on my head is AMC right now. Last thing on my head. God bless my wife and my mom. Salut, Gentani. Thank you, man. I met my wife in Brooklyn, Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. I told the story a million times. She was coming out of the Salty Dog. This is on 73rd Street, I believe, at 3rd Ave. And she had a fake ID. The bouncer didn't let her in. She had to change Jennifer on. Her ID said Jessica or something. So the guy didn't let her in, but it was destiny. I was coming from Judge and Jury on the other side. And we walk in, and my friend Joey actually picked up her friend Rosanna. He's like, he thought she was like a Latina, He's like, hey, Latina, mamacita. Veni cat. He was into the Latin girls, So she was Italian. But anyway, they wound up getting involved in a relationship too. Now, my father passed away in 2020. I don't have parents anymore. I'm very sad, Riley. I'm very sad. Hi, Bulgaria. God bless. It's a very serious live stream, though. It's about dealing with loss, grieving, dealing with tremendous hurt, tremendous pain right now. Losing my wife, losing my mom this year. You're not offending me. I just wish that all of you understood that we kind of need support right now. Like, look, all these people who keep telling me, man, I love you, Apefather. I love your content. I remember you back in the day. You made me laugh. Then consider supporting us. The Cash App is, you see it, it's pinned below with Mean Street MMA. It's the $ Richard Lavoie, capital. I know you understand, Gia. You're the best. Capital sign RICHARD. Capital LEVOI. You'll see it. It's pinned below in the chat. I'm trying to get people to consider doing a small Cash App once a month to really make my channel become successful. So I could do YouTube full time for my fam. We had a lot of loss, and hopefully people would have the heart to help us out here. We got 2 kids. I want to be a great dad, and I'm reaching out to the YouTube community to help me, and I'm going to help you. We're going to help each other. Apefather wants to become very successful on YouTube. I want to become a very successful YouTuber. I want to give you constant live streams. I want to give you constant entertainment. But yeah, my channel is heading more towards a channel. Okay, if you're too young, that's different. And it's not donate, it's an entertainment tip. Everything is entertainment tips. My channel is heading more towards, people who are grieving, people who have lost loved ones. I really want this to become a forum for people to open up. Share each other's stories. I want to be there for you. You could be there for me. We could be there for each other. That's kind of where I'm heading towards this channel now. I'm not talking about stocks really anymore. I'm not talking about finance. What's up, Back to the Future? I don't have any interest in that anymore, I'll be honest. No more interest. I'm sorry. I mean, there's plenty of YouTubers out there that you could go to for stocks and all that stuff. Thank you. Unfortunately, it's not me. I just can't do it no more. Gia, it's kind of tough, you got to get monetized. That's the first thing. It's tough to get monetized, you know what I mean? I think you have to have like a certain amount of watch hours. I think you have to have 1,000 subscribers or something. And then after you get monetized, you need millions and millions of views to really make money on YouTube. But that's why, thank you, Riley, but that's why there's other things I do to cash apps, Some people do merchandise, they sell merchandise, some people have memberships. So there's other ways besides just making YouTube ad revenue that you can make money. Yeah, the first thing, you got to get monetized. That's step one. It takes time, You got to have a certain amount of watch hours. I think you have to have 1,000 subscribers. So it takes a little bit of hard work. I mean, but listen, there are people on YouTube that make a lot of money. Believe me, there's people who make a lot of money. Yeah. Let's get rid of this person here. Well, you do have to be, I mean, I think you could do YouTube as a kid, but then you might have to have your father or your mom sponsoring you, in terms of receiving any money. I don't think you could receive any money if you're under a certain age. But again, you should consult with your father and your mom with that stuff, We're at Mickey D's, yeah. So, we had a shock in our family. If you're new to the channel, you just came right in. 2025 was the shock of my life. 09/18 just passed. That was my wife's birthday. God bless her. September 18th. My wife worked in the World Trade Center. She worked for 2 World Trade during 9/11. And that's how she got cancer, the poor girl. She continued to work in Wall Street after that. The toxins in the air. Unfortunately, she didn't have the cancer gene. My wife was a healthy girl, man. This was so unfair. All the stuff that happened to us, as to so many families. I pray for every family. I pray for every family that was affected by 9/11. Yeah, I mean, Gia, look, you got to do what's best for you, You could become a very successful YouTuber if you work hard at it. Remember, whatever you stick to and you put your mind to something, you could be successful. Yeah, I'm pretty, when I come to McDonald's, I just get the same stuff, to be honest with you, man. Big Macs, double quarter pounders with cheese, double cheeseburgers. I don't really mix it up. I don't like really mix it up too much, but I should try it. Yeah, I didn't try no Sea Burger, Land Air, no. I just stick with the Big Mac, Big Mac for the big Apefather. But anyway, Apefather is in shock. I'm in shock. I just can't believe how my life turned. Just a couple of months, can you believe this? Just a couple of months ago, I was the happiest man in the world. I was the happiest man in the world. I had the best wife who showed me all this love and affection, and she was my best friend, my partner in my life. I had the best mom, my beautiful mom. And now I feel like, what happened? How did all of this happen? And now it's like I'm living this life that I didn't plan for. I didn't plan for this life. I didn't plan to be a single dad. No way. No way. I don't even look. You want to know something? I sometimes feel like I'm in this dream. I shit you not. I kid you not. I feel like I'm in a dream. And I keep thinking to myself that at some point I'm going to wake up from the dream. And when I wake up, life will go back to normal. I'll have my mom back. I'll have my wife back. Maybe this was like a test or something, you know. Maybe this was like God wanted me to appreciate everything I had. I did appreciate it, though. I was very happy. I loved my wife and my mom with all my heart and all my soul. I don't know. I can't believe this can't be real. It's a sick feeling. I'm not kidding you. I sometimes can't tell this is real life. I'm saying, how could this be real? How could I have lost so much so quick? How is this possible? It doesn't seem possible to me. I'm not kidding you. It doesn't. In 2 months, how did your life completely change? Completely change in 2 months. Where you don't have a wife anymore, you don't have a mom, you lose your entire household income. You find out that people who you would think would support you, like family, friends, are not supporting you because everybody's living their own life. Everybody's like, I'm busy, Rich, I'm working, I'm this, I don't got time. Look, I understand what you're going to say. It's better to love than never to love at all. I know the expression, but listen, I get all of that, but I'm happy that I met my wife. I'm happy that I had all these years with her. I'm happy that we had a successful, beautiful marriage. I'm happy that we had a beautiful family together, and I still have my beautiful kids. Of course I'm happy. Yes, God bless your mom and your grandma. I know, God bless you, G. I know that was very hard for you and your mom. God bless your grandma. God bless her. You know what it is like, look, of course I'm thankful for the time that I had, but how can I explain this to all of you? You're welcome. How can I explain this to all of you? When you get to a point where things become routine in your life, like it's just routine. It's just like, look, every day you wake up, your wife's there, your mom's there, and it's just routine. And then for all of that to suddenly be taken away from you, it is the worst feeling in the world. You don't even understand. Look, I am mad at God. I am mad at God. Because you want to know what it was? I'm going to tell you, Steve. Okay, I'm going to tell you exactly how I feel. If you knew my wife, you would know this. This was a girl that was so tough, Rocky Balboa style. She was tough, man. Mike Tyson style. She was tough. She was a fighter. And she would fight to her last breath for her children and for her husband. She was a warrior. Okay. For her to have passed away, she was dealing with too much. She was not fighting a fair fight anymore. She was dealing with cancer in the brain, cancer in the spinal cord, aspiration pneumonia. She was dealing with too much. So, yeah, I believe that God should have stepped in and helped her. It's like you think about footprints, you think about that verse in the Bible. During your hardest times in your life, there's only one set of footprints. It's because God was carrying you. I wanted God to carry my wife. She needed strength. She needed help. She was only 46 years old. And I would say it to God. If I ever had the opportunity to speak to God, I would say right to God, say, God, my wife was too young. She had 2 kids that need her more than anything. My daughter's only 11. She's too young to lose her mom. Look, I was blessed to know my mom my whole life. I'm 47 years old, okay? I knew my mom my whole life. My daughter Sophia's only 11. She needs her mom. My son's only 14, Michael. It's not fair, okay? We were robbed. My family was robbed out of happiness, and you got to blame God. People say, well, don't blame God. Who am I going to go to? Who am I going to go? He's the boss. He's got the plan. He's got the divine plan, right? So, yeah, I am mad at God. Look, I'm sorry. I don't mean to upset anybody who's religious. I apologize, okay? Seriously, I apologize. But how could I not be mad at God? How could I not be? Look, I'm going to say something, and a lot of people, thank you, Gia. I'm sorry, Gia. Look, I'm going to say something that a lot of people are going to maybe be upset about, but I'm going to say it very respectfully. If God took my mom, I could have understood that. You know why? Listen to me. I love my mom. I love my mom. My mom is everything to me. Oh my God, she's my beautiful mother, my best friend, my everything. But my mother was 75. Now, granted, that's still young. 75 years old is still young, but she saw her son, her only child, grow up, and she did an excellent job raising me. I love my mother. I will be forever grateful to her. And she saw her grandkids grow up. I mean, pretty much. She lived a pretty fair life. Now, granted, I would have liked to see her live another 10 or 20 years. Her mother made it to 97, my grandmother, Anna. I would have loved my mother to make it to 85 or 95 or something. But still, at the end of the rainbow, at the end of the day, she was what? 75. But Jennifer was 46. That's too young. 46 is too young. You know, I go to these grief places, these meetings, you know, people who lost their loved ones. Everyone there is in their 80s, their 90s. They look at me like I'm an outcast. They look at me like, why are you here right now? It's like, I went to this place, right? It was like one of those grief meetings. Like everyone there was a senior. Everyone was there. It was like 90. One person was 90 years old. Another person 80. I was once religious. I was once religious. I have my doubts in my faith now. Yeah, I doubt things because how could God do this, man? How could He look? In 2 weeks, you're taking away everything out of my life. Do you understand? Do you understand how much I'm suffering right now? I'm a good guy. Listen to me. I'm a beautiful person. I am a good person. My wife is a good person. We're good people. My mother was a great person. We don't deserve this. We don't deserve this. We don't deserve that I lost my wife. I lost my mother in 2 weeks. My mother died in my arms in 10 minutes. She just collapsed. She came home from rehab and she collapsed because she had something called a pulmonary embolism. Now, granted, look, my mom didn't move a lot. She was on a recliner for many years. Okay, my mom, I'll be honest with you, I kind of understand it. I hate to say it because I love my mother, but I told her, you got to get up, you got to walk. Too many years that she was on that recliner. Too many years. She had to go to the doctor. She had to, she had to move. But she's my mom. I love her. She's my mom. And honestly, I never saw any signs. I thought she was going to be okay. She's strong. My mother's strong like an Italian bull. She's powerful, my mother. I just didn't expect it. I didn't know how could you possibly know? I didn't know she had this blood clot, but my wife was 46. 46 years old. Look, you know what would have happened if God decided to keep my wife alive and He took my mom. Now here's what would have happened, because I cry every day for my mom. I cry every single night for my mom. And I'm not over my mother. Oh my God, do I miss my mother? You have no idea. But my wife would have gave me the strength. My wife, Jennifer, would have gave me the strength to persevere and to be okay. But to take away my wife and my mom, both of them, that's crazy. That's nuts. In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. At least, look, at first when my wife passed away, oh my God, I was devastated. You have no idea how much I was devastated. But I figured I had my mom. My mom's coming home from rehab. I was talking to my mom every day. Ma, help me, be here for me. She's like, of course. But then my mother passes away. It's too much. Look, I believe in God. Of course I believe in God. But I don't understand His divine plan, okay? You want to hear what it is? I don't understand His plan. They say God has a plan. That, His will shall be done, right? Thou will shall be done. Well, His will should be done. Why does He have the will to take my wife and my mom in 2 weeks? I just don't get it. I wish you would explain it to me. I wish you would tell me. Say, Rich, look, this is my plan. My wife believed in God. Yeah, we all believed in God. We all believed in God. And I'll tell you how much she believed in God, Steve. You want to hear how much? when my wife was almost to the point where she was passing away, I asked her a question, and you want to hear this? I said, Jennifer, do you see your mom? Now, her mom passed away in 2017 from acute leukemia. We all believe, by the way, that her mother saved her life because my wife at that time, we thought she was going to pass away. She had cancer on her liver. She was going through a septic shock. It was crazy. And when her mother passed away, my wife made this miraculous recovery. We always blessed her mother, Linda, every day. We said, Linda, God bless you. You saved her. But I asked my wife a question. I said to her, Jen, do you see your mom right now in this room? She was on a ventilator at the time. She had a tube down her throat. She had a feeding tube. So sad, the poor girl, what she was going through, my poor wife. She nodded. She said yes, that she saw her mother, meaning I said, Jennifer, is she's an angel? Is she in this room? Is this a dream? It's real? So you know what that proves to me? Hold on here. Gone, don't tell me what I can and can't do. I'll do what I want to do, okay? Well, Gone, if you go through what I went through, let's see how you feel. Okay? Let's see how you feel. Let's see how you feel. If you go through what I went through. You might change your whole opinion at that point. Yeah, we're leaving right now, right? Just give me a second. You got the key?
Yeah. Can you take which warmer?
Huh?
Can you take which warmer?
Just give me. All right, give me 1 second, all right? Look, here's the bottom line.
Are these yours?
No. Here's the bottom line.
I'm not finished. Right?
Thank you. I don't know. Don't eat that. You don't know what people did. It could be germs, you know. Anyway, here's the bottom line here. Okay, I'm not interested in what people think I should do. Okay, I'm sorry. Look, that's why I apologize to you. I say I'm sorry, but I have to feel the way I feel, and I feel angry. I'm not. You're not going to convince me to not feel angry. You're not going to convince me to not feel angry. You know, what do you think? You're going to tell me something that I'm not going to feel? Of course I'm going to feel angry. Look, I got to just get rid of you, Gone, because you're pushing me too far, man. Now you're questioning me about a screen won't solve anything, and I'm sorry, man. I got to get rid of you. This guy's too argumentative. Guy's too argumentative. I'm not interested in arguing with people, okay? Look, I have the right to feel the way I want to feel. I have the right to my opinion. You have the right to your opinion, and I have the right to my opinion. My opinion, God should not have taken my wife and my mother in 2 weeks. That's it, and I'll say it right to him. There's no justifiable reason for it. There's nothing justifiable. Zero to take my wife and my mother in 2 weeks. That's it. You want to take one of them? You want to take my mom? Again, I will be very sad. I'll be heartbroken. But my mother was 75. You know what? You know how I would have pulled through it? My wife would have gave me strength. I would have said to myself, you know something? 75. She saw her grandkids grow up. She raised me wonderfully. It would hurt me, but I would accept it. I'm sorry. Who? It's not for me. Yeah, just disregard it. Yeah, so now these haters are calling up McDonald's. I gotta get out of here. These haters are crazy, man. These haters are relentless. They're actually calling up McDonald's now. These guys are lunatics. You understand? Crazy lunatics. Norman Bates. But anyway, I'm out of here. Let me end this live stream. God bless all of you. I still say that, you see? Even though I'm angry, I still say God bless you because I do believe in God. I just don't understand why he did this to me. My wife is probably in paradise. I believe that. She's in paradise with her beautiful mom. She's with our dogs. You know, they passed away, my Shih Tzus, Rocky and Yogi. They're with her in the Rainbow Bridge. She's with her grandmother Rose. She's in paradise, and so is my mom. She's with her parents in paradise. But I'm suffering on earth. I don't know why God wanted me to suffer so much. I'm suffering. I'm taking care of my kids. I'm staying strong for them, but I'm suffering. And I don't know why he wanted me to suffer this much. Steve, I know it probably won't help, but I believe your wife is in heaven. No, listen to me, Steve. I don't know if you heard what I just said. Listen to me. I believe that my wife is not suffering. Let me be clear to you, Steve. I believe she's in paradise with her beautiful mother, with her grandmother, without dogs that passed away, Rocky and Yogi. She had a rabbit, Willie. Willie's probably there. Her childhood dog, Scamp. I believe that she is. It doesn't help in the healing process at all. And I'm going to tell you the reason why, Steve. It doesn't help at all. Because I'm suffering. It's me. Her pain is over, Steve. Steve, her cancer is over. Her pain is over. She's in paradise. I believe that, Steve. But Steve, what does that have to do with me? Steve, I lost everything. Steve, I lost my wife. I lost my mom. I want you to think about this, Steve. I lost my wife. I lost my mom. Now, some people don't know this, okay? People don't know this because they think, we used to make these videos joking around with each other. We kind of played like, the Honeymooners, Ralph Crandom and Alice, the Honeymooners, Jackie Gleason. We just joked around. We had the greatest marriage in the world. Me and my wife were so much in love. We had a marriage made in heaven. Our family was amazing. I mean, we had the most amazing life. She was my partner, Steve. She was my best friend. She was everything to me, Steve. And she was only 46. Now, yeah, her cancer is gone. She's in heaven. She's with her beautiful mom. She's with everybody, her grandmother, the dogs. I'm left on earth to suffer. That's it. I don't know why. I don't know what I did. I don't know why God decided to do this to me. I don't know why he said, I'm going to take away your wife and I'm going to take away your mother in 2 weeks. Then I lost our entire household income. You know how much stress I have financially right now? I mean, I don't even care about the money anymore because when you lose as much as I lost, when you lose your wife, you lose your mom, you tend to not even care about money. But I got to be there for my kids. I have to care about money. A little bit, right? Because I have to take care of my kids. That's why I tell people, if you really love the Apefather and, you got a heart, consider doing a small cash app once a month. What's the big deal to do $10 a month or something like that, You're going to help my channel grow. You're going to help me become a full-time YouTuber. That's not going to break your bank. Look, I'm not asking for, what am I asking for? I'm not telling you to do something that's going to break your bank or change your lifestyle. You're telling me $10 it means anything? No. Wouldn't you want to be a good person? For all the people who say you believe in God, well, that's God's work. You know what God's work is? Helping other people. Okay, I'm suffering. My family is suffering. If you're not suffering, why not give $10? Why not give a cash app? Say, Richie, God bless you. God bless your children. God bless that they lost their mom. They lost their grandma. You lost your wife. You lost your mother. Here's $10. And what's the big deal even to do it once a month? You're helping out my family. And I'm going to do a video for you, by the way. You get something for that $10. I do a video called the Thank You Song. I play a beautiful piano piece for you. A beautiful piano piece. I give you a big shout out. I make a YouTube video. I upload it for you. Okay? I upload a YouTube video for you. So consider it. If anybody wants to do it, you'll see it. It's pinned below, Mean Street MMA. You see it on the chat. My cash app is the $ Richard Lavoie. Just click on it. You'll see it's the $ capital RICHARD, capital LEVOI. I mean, I just don't understand. Just $10. If enough people did this, our family, you would help us get back on our feet. That's God's work. That's doing something good. That's turning a bad situation, a negative situation, into a positive situation. Wouldn't you want to be a part of that? I would hope so. I would want to be a part of that. If I wasn't going through what I was going through, I would help you and I would help your family. And I've done so in my whole life. I've always helped people. I'm the guy who kind of needs the help now. But anyway, I'm going to run. All right. God bless you all. God bless you, Steve. God bless everybody. I appreciate the time. Please like and subscribe to the Apefather channel. At least, do that for us. But God bless you and God bless your families. I'll be back soon.